Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your April 2017 general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today and welcome to any newcomers. Thank you for those of you who continue to watch and listen and follow and subscribe, and for taking the time to write your comments and send such lovely support and feedback. Thank you to those of you who continue to reach out for personal one-on-one readings as well. It's an honor and a pleasure to read for you. And a thank you to my regular clients as well, particularly for the consistent feedback that you send and how those readings continue to play out in your lives. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the About or Description button on my channel's homepage. That'll give you a little more information in detail and my email address. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do a variety of readings from 15 minutes up to an hour and a half. Love, romance, compatibility, career, work, and finance, channeled messages, year overviews, and so on. So if you're interested, send me an email and we'll set something up for you. Current turnaround time for personal readings is anywhere from a few days upwards of 2 weeks. But since I do readings full time, I'm able to get back with you quite quickly and set up a reading live or recorded almost always within a 2-week period of time. So moving right along, this is a general reading and there's lots of you watching. So of course, they're not going to mean the same thing to everyone watching to the same degree, to the same details. So make sure to check your rising and your moon sign videos as well. You may find that they play out a little more predictively for you or just give you additional insight and clarity into what's going on in your life right now. So try to watch all three if you can. I continue to use the Gilded Tarot by artist Ciro Marchetti, drawing the customary 8 cards for the month with an additional 9th card from the bottom of the deck representing overall energy. So this video is for Aquarius, the air sign of Aquarius for April 2017. Let us see what this beautiful month of April has in store for the water bearers, our Aquarians. For April 2017, Aquarius, April 2017. Okay, Aquarius, we begin with Justice, followed by Temperance, the Four of Pentacles, followed by the Emperor, the Ace of Cups, followed by the Nine of Swords, and the Chariot, followed by the Ace of Pentacles. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy is and advice is the Two of Wands. So it looks like we come into the beginning of the month or end March, going into April, Aquarius, needing to be patient or being in a place where you're trying to be patient. I feel about the outcome of something or the resolution of something. We start with 2 major arcana cards. We have Justice and Temperance. So Justice is the reap what you sow card. What you put into something is exactly what is going to reflect the outcome. So the cautionary advice with Justice is to try and operate in as transparent a manner as possible with the highest honor and integrity that you can, because it's going to directly affect the outcome. Because justice is blind. The decision, the outcome, the result of something will be based entirely upon what you've put into this and how you've conducted yourself, everyone involved. In the upright position, it does imply that the result or outcome of something will likely be in your favor as well. But I feel like there's perhaps been some delays and you're exercising some patience, or you're trying to exercise some patience, or Spirit is advising you to just exercise some patience. And I feel like it looks like for the majority of you, you come out on top, whatever this thing is that you're waiting for, or perhaps a struggle for some of you. Some of you, it might be literally waiting for a legal decision on something. There may have been some delays or snags, and it feels like you get caught up in some stress about that. But it looks like you're gonna pull out ahead and be just fine at the end of it. So Justice is paired with Temperance, which is a card of temperance, balance, patience, harmony, staying in the center, grounded, particularly in an emotional and mental way, staying mentally and emotionally balanced and grounded, patience. It's coming, it's going to be resolved. There will be a decision and outcome, even if it feels like it's taking forever. Because I feel like for some of you, you're just in this kind of waiting phase. You're waiting to see what the results of something are going to be, because it looks like it's something that affects your future, particularly your long term future. And I think for a lot of you, it has to do with, being able to have a new emotional beginning or starting a new relationship. It's something which has the potential to make you very happy over time. And I feel like you may be stressed out that the decision or outcome may affect your ability to have this new beginning. But again, it looks like the majority of you are going to pull out just fine. So next to that, we have the Four of Pentacles, followed by the Emperor. So the emperor can represent a father or a father figure, someone in a judge, someone in a position of some status, seniority, decision-making capabilities. There is kind of a paternal energy. It could represent an owner, a CEO in business. It can the energy is very structured, disciplined, detail oriented. The emperor is the kind of person that lives in a world where, all the trains need to run on time and buses need to run on time and everything needs to be done according to schedule and process and policy. It can feel somewhat a little too structured or rigid. It can represent somebody who's very controlling or domineering, or a situation which feels very controlling and domineering. It can represent, a father or that paternal energy too. There is a sense of some conflict with this person, or a sense of perhaps being too closed off or too guarded or being too clingy or possessive in a relationship way. And it could also represent some of you may be in a relationship or beginning a relationship that your father or father figure doesn't approve of, and you're kind of waiting to see how that's working out. Which is kind of interesting. The Emperor is paired with the Four of Pentacles. So here we have Earth energy, which is the suit that governs Pentacles, and it often manifests in earthly material ways in things like money, finance, property, resources, assets, job, etc. The Four of Pentacles is a card about holding on to the foundations of what you built. It can be a card that represents holding on a little too tightly, or in an emotional way being kind of closed off or guarded. And sometimes that happens. This card will come up for people who have lost a lot in their lives or have had a lot taken away from them, so they tend to cling very tightly to what they have. And I feel like it's related to this Emperor energy, and I feel like that's where the struggle or conflict is here. And the nature of your relationship with the Emperor, because there's so many of you watching, it's going to vary. For some of you, this may be somebody quite on impersonal. It could be a judge or somebody that you're waiting on, and it could be a father, paternal figure. It could even be a partner, but it feels like you're waiting for him to make up his mind about something, and or there's some kind of struggle with him in starting something new. Because there is this sense of waiting and him holding on or being closed off and guarded, or wanting him to approve, wanting to have more of an opening and a connection with him on this new beginning that you want so much. But it feels like there's some kind of closed off, guarded energy with him. And again, an underlying sense of waiting to see what he's going to do, if he has the power to decide whether you have this new beginning or not, waiting for his approval. There's a sense of waiting for him to open up or let go somehow in regards to this new beginning. And again, for some of you, this is going to be at odds with a parental figure, a paternal figure. It could be your partner as well, and you want to start something new. There's these new beginnings that you want, and there you have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles often comes up for moving or relocating or starting a new job. So for some of you, that Emperor could represent somebody who has the ability to hire you or not. It could represent that Emperor could represent your partner. You want to move or relocate or in some way, and he's not quite made up his mind about it, or not really approving or on board. Again, the specifics are going to vary, but therein lies kind of the bit of the struggle, the challenge, and waiting to see how this pans out with this Emperor individual, because I'm feeling like for the majority of you, it's a specific person in your life. Now, next to that, we have the Ace of Cups, followed by the Nine of Swords. So cups is water energy. The energy of cups manifests itself in our emotional life. It's about emotions, feelings, relationships, and love. Aces represent one, the potential, seeds, the start of something, being at the beginning of a new path. So this is new. This is new emotional beginnings. This is being at the beginning of a new path, starting out something new, which has you feeling very happy and has the potential for a lot more emotional fulfillment as it continues to unfold and play out. It can represent new love and relationship as well. Now, the Ace of Cups is accompanied by the Nine of Swords. I don't like seeing this card for you because this is about stress, anxiety, worry, and a lot of it too, because we're at the 9 already, 10 being the highest. So this would represent a lot of stress, anxiety, and worry, but it's somewhat illusionary, meaning that typically when this card comes up, you're building something up in your head to be worse than the reality of its actual the reality of the actual external circumstances. This is a card of making something to be bigger than it really is, worse than it really is, because you're spending too much mental and emotional energy twisting it up in your head till it starts off as a snowball and ends up being this great big huge boulder when it's not necessary. Paired with this Ace of Cups, this new beginning, I feel like for a lot of you, it's potential, wanting to start something new, but there's this, and being really stressed out about maybe it not happening because there's some kind of holdup or delay or waiting or trying to get on board this Emperor individual. And again, the specifics of that are going to vary. So it's always interesting to read the feedback when it comes in. But all appears to turn out well. So be vigilant against that Nine of Swords energy. You run the risk, Sagittarius of or Aquarius of. Sorry, this is for Aquarius. It looks like your challenge or the risk that you might run, Aquarius, is in overthinking this and spending too much time, thinking about what could go wrong or what happens if it doesn't go the way I want it to. There's too much energy being invested in that. So be careful, guard against that. Now, at or towards the end of April 2017, we have the Chariot, followed by the Ace of Pentacles. Chariot, card of success. It's a card of success that comes from sheer determination and will, refusal to give up, barreling through until you achieve what you want to achieve. Having a plan, knowing what you want, having steps to that plan, executing them, not allowing yourself to get distracted. Just sheer will, determination, perseverance, dedication. That's what brings you the success and this forward movement into new beginnings, because it's paired with the Ace of Pentacles. Here's new beginnings, more new beginning energy, but tangible. New beginnings you can see and touch and feel. This could be moving, relocating, starting a new job. It could even be acquiring a literal property. And sometimes the Ace of Pentacles can also represent getting a significant sum of money, of finances, or some kind of financial resources. So it looks like at the end of the month, there's a lot of success because of this sense of not giving up. Even if you have to wait a little bit longer, even if you have to do quite a bit of talking to try and get through or past or over this emperor bump in the road, whatever that actually is, for those of you watching. But it looks like you achieve it at the end, and you're often on this new start, this new beginning, and really happy about it too. It has a lot of potential. Now, your overall energy is the Two of Wands, which is about long-term thinking and planning. So whatever this is, it's about your future. It's beneficial for your future. It's about building a foundation, working towards your future. The Two of Wands is about being at a crossroads and needing to make a decision. Which way do I go? This way or that way? And the key is in long-term thinking and planning. The path that he needs to take will become much more clear once he decides and has a very clear picture of exactly what he wants in terms of the big picture. What's your end goal here in whatever area of your life this is about, whether it's a love romance relationship or a job career path issue? What's your ultimate goal? What are you actually working for? And that makes the the paths that you need to choose a lot more clear when you have a very good idea of what it is that you want, because it also provides a direction in which you can go in, if that makes sense. So powerful reading, very nice reading as well. Only cautionary advice, watch that Nine of Swords energy. Because it looks like, at least for the majority of you, you're going to succeed in starting this and having this new beginning, starting this new path, which looks like it's going to hold again quite a bit of potential. And I feel like it really could be beneficial to you in a financial and material way down the road too, for those of you for whom this is not a relationship reading. So, Aquarius, I hope you've enjoyed this reading, or at least found it clarifying and useful, that it's brought some insight to you. Thank you so very much for watching it. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the April 2017 mid-month readings. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can click on that little about or description button. And feel free to also email me at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. And until I see you all again, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life as always. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.